it was a bit befuddling to me as to why they stuck with it. I mean, they dug themselves a hole and couldn't find the tweaks they needed to get out of it.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Reggie Jackson out there with Johnson. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Ilyasova in at the power forward.
And guys, Reggie Jackson was at the end of a yo-yo last season. He starts in Oklahoma for an injured Westbrook. Westbrook comes back, sends Jackson to the bench. Then Oklahoma sends Jackson to Detroit, where he fills in for another injured starter in Brandon Jennings for the rest of the year.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Ilyasova against Green. Ilyasova hits the bucket. Ilyasova's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Johnson dishes to Morris. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feed.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Curry, good. Curry's got 5 points so far.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Jackson against Thompson. Jackson kicks to Morris. On the wing, Johnson. Clock at 6. Ilyasova passes to Jackson. Warriors with the rebound. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And what a heck of a performance for them, particularly offensively. I mean, there were stretches of that game where everything seemed to be falling.
Ball movement was superb, majestic, and they got good shots and they made them. So it wasn't a surprise, but the ball movement was the key.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
The feed to Ilyasova, stolen by Thompson. And here they go. And Andrew Bogut, the bucket on the assist by Barnes. Bogut's got his first points in this one. The Pistons have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Jackson kicks to Ilyasova. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now Green after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Back to Green, outside Curry. It's good from long range. Curry's got 11 points.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And Detroit with a 32-50 record last season. They didn't have any help from the schedule. They had a total of 22 back-to-back series on the year, tied for most in the league. As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Jackson with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Toronto.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
Greg, you just said the Pistons had a ton of back-to-back games. 44 were part of their back-to-backs, over half their schedule. Clark, they went 15 and 29 in those games.
And that's part of the reason why the NBA wanted to examine the schedule. I mean, it was a tough year for the Pistons. It's hard to get any momentum when you're playing that many back-to-backs.
Now the Warriors moving it up. Curry's shot is off. Pistons trailed by 6. Jackson with it. Picked up by Thompson. Kept alive. Here's Ilyasova. Makes it off the glass. Ilyasova's got 6.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Here's Curry with the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes.
Hey, kid, you ready?
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Now here's Jackson, looking for his first basket still in this one. And they go to the intentional foul.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Spates. Barnes comes in for Brandon Rush. Thompson, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. And Curry is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
Yeah,
I know.
Right. He probably just drone on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve...
Movement by Detroit. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's 8 points here for Drummond.
And for Green, long arms, great anticipation. We talk about the IQ. Also the willingness to absorb contact, all part of what makes him special on the defensive end of the floor.
Draymond Green with the rebound.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Curry, good.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
And, you know, now we have all these analytics, and if you look at all the advanced measures for defense, Draymond Green is one of the best in our game. I mean, and teams are better able to measure now defense with player tracking and the cameras. So I think that helped Green when the time came for him to sign his contract.
Now Green following the miss by Marcus Morris from deep. Curry's shot is good.
This offense just continues to impress.
Yeah, getting hotter and hotter, Greg, and they're really cooking now. Actually cooking with gas, and you know what kind of heat that is. Fire!
2 open that time, made it look too easy. Jackson's got his first 2 points.
Boy, they're getting a bunch more threes up here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and they're getting trigger happy. You can't win the game with one shot. You've got to vary it up, challenge the defense.
It's Curry outside. That one goes. Count it.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Here's Jackson. And no good trying to get that one. So as we conclude the...
Thank you, Kevin.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what an amazing performance the hometown fans are witnessing here tonight. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jets, the first half was all about Stephen Curry. He went on an historic scoring frenzy, tallying. And that'll wrap up our halftime show. The third quarter set to go moments from now. We will be right back here after.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Checking out the group for Stan Van Gundy to start the second half. We've got Marcus Morris. Andre Drummond is out there with Ilyasova. Then it's Johnson, and it's Jackson in at the point guard. Now, here is Morris. 9 points in the game so far. Jackson can't get that one to fall.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And here's Jackson after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Johnson, a wide open look, and again it's the Pistons missing.
It's been a cold spell for them coming out of the half, missing their first 3 shots. A tough start.
And guys, he's not the tallest or most imposing wing player, but Stanley Johnson has incredible strength and really unmatched confidence. One reason why so many were high on him in the draft.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. On its way from Curry for 2, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And you talk about huge single-game scoring performances like we're watching here tonight. Going back, only one player, think of this, only one player in NBA history to go triple digits. And that's the Big Dipper, Wilt Chamberlain, on March 2nd, 1962.
Truly an iconic record. I mean, 100 points. I mean, it's hard to wrap your mind around. But Wilt was a man among boys, a player who changed the way an entire sport was played. Truly a revolutionary.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. It's Jackson with the drive. Shot is off, and it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Here's Curry with the 3. Warriors the rebound. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Lets the 3 fly. Count that one.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
The drive by Jackson. Here's Baines. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Here is Ilyasova, following the basket by Stephen Curry.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Another 3 for Golden State.
They have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Morris inside. He's against Green. Morris with the bucket.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
Old-fashioned, isn't it, my man? Old-fashioned. Pound the rock basketball, and it is definitely working for them.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Thompson.
And for Reggie Jackson, the league is the right way in terms of his skill set. Everyone loves the guard who can shoot well enough to bust the zone as well as make plays for others and at the rim. And Jackson is that guy.
Jennings with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
Boy, you got to love that nice assist by Jennings.
And back to Jackson. He really took on the playmaker role after being traded to the Pistons. As a Detroit player, he averaged over 9 assists a game, Clark, which would have put him 4th overall in the league had it been for a full campaign.
Loved his aggressiveness, which led to opportunities for his teammates, but it also led to turnovers. That part of his game, he's got to tighten up.
And it's sent back by Bogut.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And the shot is good. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Warriors.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well. Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
Dominating on the glass, Greg. I mean, a huge advantage for them in that particular category. You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight. And another miss. Whew, he's having a really ugly